Most of us have dreamt of living the good life. You know, the kind that owns a mansion, riding on an expensive car, traveling in and out of the country, you name it. We all have dreamt of that at some point. The luxurious life is lived by the upper class. However, this kind of life is also lived by politicians and businessmen. Well, there's nothing wrong with that, right? Well, some of these politicians and businessmen acquired these riches through corruption.
Miss Engineer, I really like how our plans are going in our project for Mr. T. The site manager for the construction already sent me the details for the purchase of materials. The one that I emailed you. 5 million is the number, Engineer. 5 million. We got 5 million in our hands.
No, I think it's 10 million. I've spoken with Mr. T and he told me that the budget for the construction is 150 million. And looking at the purchase detail that you emailed to me, the materials were purchased at around 140 million. So it's 10 million. I've got 5 millions in my hand and yours is 5 millions too. So, voila.
Oh my god. I hope we're not yet going to die soon, Engineer. Because if we are, we're absolutely going to hell for this.
As long as I can taste heaven now, hell will be alright, Mr. Cantones. And our life today is actually just as bad as hell now. So I'm dying the taste of heaven from this damn project.
Just like old times, Engineer. Just like old times.
Well, it's nice doing business with you, Mr. Cantones.
It's nice doing business with you too, Engineer.
Meanwhile, we are hearing tonight for the first time from a man who is lucky to be alive. He was the only person inside this building in Brooklyn late yesterday afternoon that suddenly collapsed. A building under renovation, a building that had problems with safety just last month.
Breaking news, a building collapse in Brooklyn. This is new Citizen app video from the scene.
A building under renovation in Brooklyn is now a total loss after it came crashing down yesterday afternoon. Now investigators are working to figure out exactly what went wrong. Eyewitness News reporter Derek Waller joins us live from the scene, and Carol Garnes with the latest. Derek.
Ken, good morning. Neighbors said that this felt like an earthquake in Birmingham.
Good day, everyone. May I talk to our project head regarding the accident report of our mall? I would like to know who is responsible of this matter. Our huge client here, Ms. T, the owner of CCS Corporation, wants to withdraw the project.
Sir, I just found out that the raw materials of our project are substandards. That is why our project's foundation were not that strong enough to maintain and carry the whole floor and area of the building.
Yes, and our budget allocation here and price of quotations were in good quality. Engineer Calaca was the one responsible for the purchase and management of materials from the suppliers. I thought she spent the money on high-quality materials. Turns out, I guess, she bought substandards only.
Miss Calaca, what happened? Explain to me what happened. Our goal was to build a safe and sturdy mall, from its construction up to its security. That was our marketing. We promised that to the people. I thought everything was going well. Now, what the hell happened? Okay, since I can sense some hocus pocus here, I would like to ask why our quotations are like that. How the hell did Miss Calaca ruin everything? How come no one knows that she bought substandard materials? How come no one told me?
Mr. President, I just called the supplier. The supplier told me that our engineer was the one who chose and purchased those substandard materials.
Miss Calaca, explain to me right now.
Sir, the budget was too low. We didn't have enough money for high-quality materials that you requested.
What do you mean? Our 150 million budget was not enough? Mr. Cantones and Ms. Sabio, you are the project head and the CFO. Great Scott! You were supposed to manage this project and you were supposed to manage your finances. You should have told me about this.
Sir, if I may, what Miss Calaca said is not true. We have enough money. It's obvious that she took some of the project's money for herself. She deliberately bought low-cost materials and kept
How
the
dare
change.
you!
I always made sure that the budget of the construction of the mall were spent correctly. I kept on monitoring the cash flow of our finances. I have been transparent from the beginning and I thought everything was going well. Until that I know someone slyly stole the money for the mall.
What in the world are you talking about? Mr. President, don't believe in what she says. She's just falsely accusing me.
It's obvious. You stole the money.
No!
Silence! The families of the victims have filed cases against us. We are now facing numerous lawsuits as of this moment. This accusation that you, Ms. Sabio, against Ms. Calaca will be investigated. Please, let us take this seriously and clear our minds.
I deeply apologize, sir.
I'm so sorry, sir.
Ms. Sabio, you are the chief financial officer of this company. If what you are saying is true, then how come you didn't detect something wrong with our finances when you were handling our financial statements? How come you just discovered it today?
Sir, all of the transactions presented to me so far were reliable. When I was doing my calculations, I found nothing suspicious in the financial statements. Actually, it really does not make sense how Ms. Calaca got away with this. Unless there was someone on the inside, someone with power and authority, helping and working with her.
Are you insinuating that I worked with her?
Well, who else? You're the only person in this room who has that kind of authority. And besides, the two of you are very close with each other right from the start.
Don't drag me in your drama. You know what? You have issues with yourself. Stop accusing other people of something they didn't do and get some professional help.
Professional help? Then can you explain how I always caught you two talking in private? How you always stay away from the crowds when you speak to each other? And when someone tries to join in your conversation, you just walk away. Now, can you explain the suspicious behavior of yours?
The next time you put your finger at me, bring evidence to the table. Not just suspicion.
It's already so obvious that you and Hannah are together in this. Only someone with higher authority can conceal the discrepancies in our financial statements.
Like I said, give me factual evidences.
Yes, don't worry. I'll be working on that.
See? You don't have any proof.
Stop! Just stop, okay? I just got an anonymous tip that Miss Calaca and Mr. Cantones were involved in this.
What? And you immediately believe them?
They have evidence against you too. You know, it's very disappointing that I ended up to you and our engineer. The two of you are very smart, very clever, very intelligent, but you use it in the wrong way.
Huh. So much for factual evidence.
Jascha, can you stop? It's just an anonymous tip. It's not yet proven.
Enough! Don't you get it? People died because of us. Children's mothers, fathers, and old people died because of us. The blood of the 75 people is in our hands. You, Mr. Cantones and Miss Calaca, you are very thick-faced. You still have the nerve to defend yourself when you are largely responsible for the lives of these people. Where is your conscience? And you, Miss Sabio, have been very incompetent with your job. You just had to manage our finances. How hard is that? If you have been very careful, we could have caught this too earlier. And for me, I have been very busy and other things, I have to admit. I was not very hands-on on this project. Maybe if I had been paying more attention to you, I could have just spotted the loopholes in the construction and saved those people. I'm very sorry.
That is an example of corruption happening in businesses. In businesses, bribery and corruption is very rampant. Businessmen receive money not just from their salaries, but also from their personal work. They steal money at the expense of ruining other people's lives. It's disgusting. I mean, it's alright if you want to be rich, but to be rich at the expense of other people's suffering? That is inhumane. The poor people were promised that they will soon live a good life, so they voted for these government officials. Now, where are those politicians who gave them promises? Poof! They're gone. They ghosted them. Just like that. You were supposed to abide the rules. Why did you bribe to win? Your duty was to be transparent. Why did you provide false financial statements? You were supposed to protect the investors' money. Why did they lose everything? The public funds were for the bridge that you were building. Why did some go to your private bank account? You promised to abolish corruption. Why did you buy votes? You promised to eradicate poverty. Why is it just worsening? Why would you be willing to sacrifice other people's lives just to be rich? And how could you do that? Where is your conscience? Can you sleep soundly at night? Are you even human? In case you haven't noticed, the youth is very active and participative in rallies and criticizing the government's actions. Well, it's not because puros reklamo lang kami, nor do we hate the government. It's because we love our country and our fellow countrymen. I believe that hating corrupt officials and businessmen is not enough to abolish corruption. It is also important to show them how to love and be loved. We have a message to all the people practicing corruption out there. We want you to pause and take time to think. Do you think your mother would be proud of what you are doing? Do you think your children would like what you are doing? Also, go outside and take a look at the streets. At the poor children, the street children living under the bridge, finding food in the trash, while you are sitting comfortably in your air-conditioned car and you just ate at a well-known restaurant. You may or may not know this, but what you are doing may have given you that privilege, but it has also caused sufferings to the poor people outside your house. Try to donate to them. Give them anything, food, water, or clothes, just for no reason. Think about doing it out of mercy. And then, look at their reaction. I tell you, it will be priceless. You still have a chance to change. You can always earn money by doing the right thing, and you still have a shot at loving and being loved.